All right, so we are gonna give these a try again. So I've done them before, but I haven't done a videos before I had my YouTube channel. So these are coated pint glasses. I got them for a friend of mine's bar. I got them from, I'm gonna have to look up my invoice to see where I got these from. But they are the white coated, they're not the frosted. So I thought these ones would maybe a little bit better for a bar as opposed to the frosted ones, because the frosted ones seem to like the coating tends to come off. Sorry, I can't think today. But so I already have some images printed out. So I'm going to use their logo for the bar. So that'll be on one side. And then they are in Lyons, New York, and they have a festival called Peppermint Days. And that's actually next weekend. So I'm going to put this on the other side. So it'll kind of be like a memorial pint glass for when they get beer. So for these ones, you can see obviously they have Orca coating. I really like the Orca coating. So these work pretty well. I'm gonna try these in my new air fryer. So I originally was doing these in my old air fryer, which is probably 4 or 5 years old. I was doing them at 12 minutes on 400, but given that I have a new one that seems to run fairly hot, I am going to run them at 360, which is where I run my tumblers. I'm still going to try them at 12 minutes, and I'm really hoping that it works. I don't have any broken ones, which is what I used when I was playing around with my temperatures before. So I don't have any broken ones to try. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to alcohol this really well, and I am going to tape my images on. I'm using the blue heat tape that I got from Amazon. I will put the links on there, and then while I'm waiting, I'm going to see if I can find out where I got these from, so I can post that in there. I think I got them on Heat Press Nation, but I just want to check just to make sure so everybody knows where I got them. And then we'll try them in my new air fryer and see if the 360 for the 12 minutes is enough. I do use shrink wrap for these. The shrink wrap I use for these is from Condi. It tends to hold really well and it doesn't melt out. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna clean this off really well since I keep touching it, and we're gonna see if we can get this to work. All right, so I have these taped really well. I'm hoping I don't have an issue with this tape, because sometimes when I put stuff in there for a really long time, I'll get, you know, here and there a little slight blue discoloration, so I definitely don't want that on these. But I did a really good job taping these off, so you can see I went down the entire image, and then I'm going to take these over and I'm going to wrap these. Obviously these are a funky shape. I don't have a cylinder shape mug press, but I'm also fairly large on this logo. So like I said, I'm going to use the shrink wrap on here and we're going to see if these will work. All right, so I'm going to shrink wrap these. I use the same Pecan on everything. It's a Wagner that I've had for years and years and years. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a quick shrink wrap. Make sure I have all the air bubbles, because this is the only pressure that this is going to have on there other than the tape. Hope you guys can hear me over my heat gun. So I'm going to make sure that I have as many air bubbles out as I can, and hopefully I don't have any issue with this blowing out. I am out of the Condi wrap, so I'm using wrap that I got on Amazon, and we're going to see if that works out. So basically all I want to do is just take out all of the spots where air can leak into it. I'm going to move my air fryer outside because these really stink. So I've noticed that some of the stuff that I put in there, my tumblers, they go so fast they really don't smell. But these tend to stink, and I really don't want that in my basement or around my kids, because I have my kids in the basement. So I'm going to move my air fryer. You can see obviously my oldest one. So I'm going to move my air fryer outside. This is my new one. Like I said, I want to give this one a try and see how this works out, and see how it does with this. So I'm going to move that and we'll see how it goes. Okay, So when I do tumblers, I take this bottom tray out so my tumblers are further away from the heating element, and I just use a silicone trivet on the bottom, which is thinner. So I'm going to go back to putting this in so the air circulates around it. I haven't been on my old one turning these halfway between, so I'm going to just go ahead and put them in there and do the 12 minutes for on 360 degrees, and we're gonna see if this works. Like I said, this one's a brand new one, and I've been using this for all of my tumblers and water bottles, and it's been absolutely amazing, but it is not digital. So usually I tell Alexa, and she sets a timer for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this on here, and we're gonna see how it works. So it's set at 360. We're gonna do 12 minutes. Alexa, timer for 12 minutes. I'm also setting a timer with Alexa, so we're gonna see how this works. As I said, I moved this outside. I have a door to my craft area, which is my basement, that walks right out to my backyard. So I moved this right outside the door, and we'll see how that works. Like I said, I don't want the smell in my basement. So we're gonna set this for 12 minutes, and we're gonna go from there. You can see my goofball over there in the back. So we're gonna set this, and we're gonna see how it works. So I decided that I am going to turn this. So I am going to turn it upside down and facing the other direction. And then we will start it the rest of the way. Okay, so we are going to take it out, and it's going to be extremely hot. So we're going to let it sit for a little bit. So the shrink wrap actually did pretty good. You can see the image right there through it. Not really too much on this side, but you can see them a little bit. So you can see here it, kind of blew out there, but not too terribly bad, given usually how the shrink wrap works. So I'm going to go ahead and let this sit on my desk for a little bit, and we're going to see how this looks when it's unwrapped. All right, so this is still pretty hot, but I'm impatient, so I'm going to go ahead and peel this. Obviously, I'm using these little tongy thingies. I can't even remember where I got these. I don't know, dollar store, Big Lots or something. I have no idea. You can see the image through the transfer sheet. And as I said, I did the 360 minutes. No, thank you, Evan. The 360 degrees for 12 minutes, and I did end up turning this. So I turned it upside down and the other way. So it was upside down, and I turned it 360 degrees, or 180 degrees, sorry. So 180 degrees both ways, so upside down and back and forth. So we are going to go ahead and take this off. I'm trying to be careful with the white sublimation coating that's on there. I don't want to use any scissors or anything like that. I don't know if it would work to put this in warm water to make it easier to take it off. I'm hesitant to put glass in water while it's still hot. I don't need anything shattering or anything on me, so I just run with it like this, and we can try to take what we can off. I have seen some with shot glasses where they do put it in water afterwards to get it off, but we'll try it just like this, and we will go from there. I have my son obviously talking to me in the background, my little peanut gallery down here. So, oh, he's showing everybody our bunny. So that's our bunny. That's Eggnog. Please put Eggnog back, please. Thanks. Eggnog is my little helper most of the time when I'm downstairs, because his cage is in our basement. And sometimes we have our puppy Liam down here, who usually sleeps on the couch while I'm crafting. So, or he's outside playing. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish unwrapping this, and I will show you guys how it comes out. All right, so I have this unwrapped all of the way, and this came out absolutely amazing. Obviously, I just have to make sure I have all the plastic and everything off before I give this to my friend for her bar. But here is their little logo that they're using for this year. And there is the logo for the bar. So here is this right here. And you can tell he came out absolutely amazing. It's hard to see the colors. I added new lights down here, which is helping with the videos, but I will take my tripod outside with this so you can see what he looks like. But like I said, the colors on this are absolutely amazing. I use the same color corrections that I always do. As I said, I did 12 minutes on 360 degrees on my air fryer. I did flip this halfway through, but you can see he came out absolutely amazing. So they will be super, super happy. I'm going to take the tripod outside and I'm going to show him to you so you can see what he looks like in the light. Okay, so here is what he looks like outside. So I just took him out my back door, which you can see my pond in the background. So that's what I see when I press. So you can see here, this is what the color looks like. This is what the inside of it looks like, but this is what he looks like completely done. The colors came out amazing. There was obviously enough pressure with all of this because he is coated very, very well. His colors are great. I used the same color corrections on this as I normally do. He was printed on koala paper using the Hippo brand ink, which is what I always use. So I hope this helps everybody. And as I said, I got these from Heat Press Nation and I ordered them by the case. And I think there was 36 or something in the case. I've already done some for them in characters that an artist drew for them. So here's what he looks like. I hope that helps, but he came out amazing. Happy crafting, guys.